in Iceland, and I am on one of the most popular beaches in Iceland, but it's completely empty, and it's midnight. But anyway, I want to tell you about something that I've learned while I'm here, and it has to do with hot water. Through a lot of dipping myself into a lot of hot and cold water, what I've found about this, what I've learned about it, is something that's probably gonna change my life. Let me show you. Road trip!
You're in Iceland.
Look, ice cream.
Look at the Taylor machine. The conspiracy about it.
It's still funny.
Okay, are we done?
Then let's get started.
A long time ago, Iceland didn't exist. And then these two plates in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean moved apart and let a bunch of magma from under the crust come up. That magma cooled, and that became an island called Iceland. In other words, Iceland is sitting on a literal crack in the Earth's crust, from which a lot of heat and magma vents out. And it's because of this that this little stream behind me is super warm. I'm about to get in it, by the way. It's warm because there is heat from the Earth's magma that is coming up and making it warm. The word Saturday, Laugardag, in Icelandic means pool day or hot spring day. It's literally a part of their language. And I've been seeing this as I traverse this country. Everywhere we go, there is a pool or a hot spring. They are everywhere. There are more pools per capita in Iceland than anywhere on Earth. And that is because they love their hot water. It's not just hot springs. Iceland uses the fact that it lives on a crack between two tectonic plates to use that heat to do a bunch of stuff. Right now I'm in a greenhouse where they use geothermal heat to grow thousands and thousands of kilograms of tomatoes every year. They're able to grow all sorts of things that wouldn't naturally grow in Iceland because they have geothermal heat that they're able to sustainably pipe into these greenhouses and grow a ton of food. It's pretty amazing.
Real quick, I want to say thank you to BetterHelp, who's the sponsor of this video. Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring the video. I started therapy about 1.5 years ago, and it has changed my life. It's changed the way I think about everything, and I've become a major proponent of therapy. The reason I like BetterHelp is because they are dedicated to making therapy more accessible and affordable. It's a platform where you can connect with licensed therapists and counselors in everything from family and marriage counseling to personal counseling. These are accredited counselors who you can connect with, not in person, but over a digital platform. The cool thing about BetterHelp is that they help you match with the right therapist. Finding the right therapist is always a tricky thing. And they assess your needs and assess their giant network of therapists, and they connect you with the right person. And if you don't like your therapist, you can immediately switch. You can even message your counselor throughout the week and you'll get thorough, thoughtful responses, which is really cool. This service is available to clients worldwide, so it doesn't matter where you live. This is a remote therapy service that will never have you waiting in an uncomfortable waiting room or lobby ever again. It is seamless and quick and tech savvy, which I like, but really the whole point is to make therapy more accessible and more affordable. So if you want to get started and try out therapy, go to betterhelp.com/JohnnyHarris. That's betterhelp.com/JohnnyHarris. Going to that link helps support this channel, but it also gets you 10% off of your first month of BetterHelp. So you can try it out for a discounted price and see if it fits into your life.
The boys are freaking out right now because I just told them that we are swimming in a volcano, which we kind of are. So yeah, Iceland is a place with a lot of hot water. It's become a part of their culture. But is it just because it feels good?
Yeah, it feels good.
The answer is no. It is not just because it feels good. So let's get into this. Let's talk about what actually happens to your body when you immerse it in hot water. The first thing you have to understand is that your body is obsessed with one temperature, 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 Fahrenheit. Your body wants to stay at that temperature, especially in your core vital organs, your brain, your heart, your liver, your lungs. It has to keep it at that temperature. If it goes a few degrees above or below, you're dead. And your body has one really important mechanism for keeping itself cool when it's too hot outside or hot when it's too cold outside. And that very important mechanism is blood. So let's say you jump into super hot water, 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Your body freaks out a little bit. It's like, whoa, 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 this ambient temperature is way hotter than what we are used to and what we want. So it immediately gets to work, cooling yourself down. And it uses blood to do this. It says, get all of the blood out of the center of the body where all the important organs are. Send them out to the extremities. Let the fingers and the legs and the calf muscles get hot. Don't let the heart get hot. So your heart pumps and your blood vessels start pulsing a little bit to push that blood out into different parts of your body. Your blood vessels literally open up to allow this to happen. Like they open up to make it easier for the blood to get the hell out of the heart and out to the extremities. And it works. It works really wonderfully. And honestly, it feels really good. If you dip your body in hot water regularly, you are giving the body a chance to push blood out to all of these places that don't get a lot of blood most of the time. Mix that with the fact that these hot springs are usually loaded with minerals that are really good for the body, and as you soak in them, you absorb them, and that helps your body too. So it's no surprise to me that not only Iceland, but all sorts of cultures all around the world have discovered that soaking in hot water is a good thing. Water break. Ready to get some water? Since we're in an RV, we don't have tap water, and no one sells water in Iceland. They don't sell just natural water because every time I ask, they're like, you don't need to buy water, just go get water from anywhere. So we've made it a habit to just come down to whatever river or creek or stream we see to fill our bottles. Yes, please. Pretty delicious, huh?
See ya.
Okay, but this gets juicier. When I've been going to some of these hot springs, I've noticed that in the corner, there's always like a bucket of cold, icy water. We're going in the freezing cold? Henry James. At first I was like, why on earth would they have this? I'm at this relaxing hot spring and they have a bucket of cold water. So I decided to dive into this. Okay, we've talked enough about hot water, and we all love hot water and we know it feels good. I think it's time to flip the script a little bit and talk about the other side of this whole thing, which is the part that I'm literally dreading. Let's do this. That's really cold water. Wow, that was adrenaline. That waterfall is so intense.
Okay.
So intense. I feel like I've been asleep all day and now I've just woken up. I just see everything in its true color for the first time.
Put into perspective how cold it is. I have a wool blanket and a puffer, and I'm still cold, like shivering cold. So.
Freaking love Iceland. Okay, so remember that when you go into hot water, your body kind of freaks out and it uses all of these little tubes and the muscles in your arteries and veins to pump blood out to your extremities to keep your heart cold. When you go into cold water, the exact opposite happens. Your body still freaks out. It's like, we're going to die because we are now freezing. It prepares to save the most important parts of your body. It's like, we don't care about the arms at this point. We don't care about the toes. Get the blood out of all of those places. Bring them back to the heart and the brain and the liver and the lungs. Keep those alive and warm. So now all of your little tubes are flexing and pulsing and pushing all of this blood back to the center of your body. And here's the deal. Your veins and arteries don't get to do this very often. Especially in our modern age where we're like cozy all the time, they don't have a lot of practice pushing blood out to the extremities when everything's hot and then pushing it all back to the heart when everything is cold. This is sort of like lifting weights for your cardiovascular system. You're giving your circulation system a chance to work out in a way that it never really has the opportunity to do when you're like sitting around cozy all the time in your nice warm clothes and nice warm house. All right, let's go explore Glacier. I know this is sort of trendy right now, cold showers, cold baths, whatever, like this is something that is definitely catching on. And the leader of a lot of this is this guy named Wim Hof. He's like a Dutch ice man. He has all these world records for holding his breath and like running marathons in the Arctic Circle just in shorts, and he's barefoot and all this stuff. I gotta be honest, I've been very skeptical of Wim Hof and his followers because he sort of has this guru vibe going on where he's like this wild, crazy character and like he has this wild new methods that's gonna solve your world.
Yes.
However, I started looking into study after study after study after study about cold water and what it does to our bodies. And I have to say, despite my deep skepticism of Wim Hof as the guru and his followers as just another sort of like trendy new age wellness business, I'm convinced. It turns out that the benefit of going into cold water is actually incredibly well documented through randomized control studies that have nothing to do with Wim Hof. They studied people who go swimming in ice water in Finland and found that these people are way stronger, more resilient, less prone to anxiety, depression. Their bodies function more effectively. And the craziest part, the one that blows my mind, is they discovered that when you go into cold water, your body actually creates more white blood cells, the defense cells that help with your immunity. So people who dip in cold water actually have stronger immune systems. There's absolutely something to this. And as I've scrutinized it and looked into it and done it myself, I've learned that it's actually pretty compelling and something that I feel like I'm probably going to start doing more and more in my life. The data is there, it's real, it is very compelling. And here's the deal, as I've been here in Iceland, I've been experimenting with this. I've been going into cold water. It's been horrendous, but it's been amazing. There's this feeling you get when you come out of it where you're just like in this euphoria. Freaking love Iceland! So, my little adventure into hot water, into natural hot springs, into cold water has been really interesting. Not just because it feels good, but because it has really amazing health benefits that people caught on to. And that's why they made it a part of their culture, because it helps people live better.